I have four of the most unusual chess problems that you will ever see, including this one right here, which is the 10 king problem. I'm also going to be sharing with you this one, the quadrupled pawn checkmate challenge. I'm going to be sharing this one, which might look like a normal chessboard, but trust me, there are some special instructions that are going to change that. And this one, which is the force your opponent to checkmate you challenge, which we will talk about in just a second. But first, let's start with the 10 king problem. So the first thing that I would like you to notice is that black has 10 kings and not a single one of them is currently in check by any of the white pieces. Your task is very simple. You have one move as white to checkmate every single one of the black kings. How do you do it? All right, if you had a chance to pause and think about that, the correct move and the only move is knight to e5. And when you do this, you simultaneously checkmate all 10 of the black kings. Let me show you. This king is attacked. This king is attacked by the knight. The knight is controlling this square. The rook is helping here. The queen is helping here. There's some pawns. This is controlled by the rook. This is controlled by the knight. So those kings are checkmated. These kings, you've got the queen, the queen, the queen, and the knight attacking. Also, the pawn is helping. So those kings are checkmated. These kings, the pawn, the bishop, the rook, the queen, and again, the knight. This king is trapped by the rook, the knight, the rook. It's attacked by the knight. So this knight is checkmating all of these kings. This king is attacked by the rook and also trapped. This king is attacked by this rook and also trapped. And the only king left is this one, which is attacked by the bishop. You see, when the knight moved, it unleashed the rook, which took care of that, unleashed this rook, which took care of that, unleashed the bishop, which took care of that, which is 3 out of the 10 kings. And then the knight took care of the other 7. Therefore, you hit all 10 kings with one move and deliver checkmate. Congratulations if you found that. Now, I have to tell you, this is the easiest of all 4 problems. So I hope you're ready for the next one. Let's take a look. This position, you have a simple task. Simple task. Your task is to checkmate the black king with this pawn right here in 9 moves. Your pawns are going forward. So this guy actually can't move at the moment, but you have 9 moves to checkmate the black king with this pawn. How do you do it? All right, well, if you had a chance to pause and think through that, I'm going to show you the solution. And it starts with a pawn check. Well, that's pretty obvious. The king has only one option because the bishop is controlling this square, so it actually has to go back into the corner. And now black is about to be stalemated. Black has no legal moves. So you have to play something that gives them something to do. Bishop to h6. Now they have a move. They can take you. Turns out that actually opens up this square, which is great because now we can go check with the pawn. The only move for black. King comes up. What do you do now? Well, it's important to note you don't want to checkmate, right? Because that doesn't solve the problem. You have to checkmate with this pawn exactly, so you can't just get a queen and checkmate. The move is knight to f3. And again, black only has one legal move. The king cannot move. Therefore, they have to push the pawn. You push by. And again, you've taken away the square from the king. The only move for black, push the pawn. Now you can go check. The only move for black, king comes up. We are now on move 7 for white. This is about to be move 7. You push by. Black plays h3. What do? You have 2 moves left. That is correct. You go check, force the king up one more, and guess what? The pawn now gets to go up 2 squares for the checkmate. The knight is helping. The bishop is helping. The king is helping. And there is no en passant because the pawn would have had to have been here to do that. It's too far advanced. And that is the solution to the quadruple pawn checkmate challenge. Congratulations if you found that. That was very difficult to see from the beginning, so I hope you didn't spend too long on it. All right, let's move on to problem number 3. This is a normal starting position of chess, but here are the requirements. In 4 moves, on black's 4th move, they have to checkmate the white king, wait for it, with a discovered check. Now, if you're not familiar with what a discovered check is, that means you move one piece, not the piece that is delivering check, but you move it and another piece from behind checks the king. So for example, if you had a knight and a rook was behind it, you move the knight out of the way, the rook then checks the king. That could be an example of a discovered check. So in 4 moves, when black plays their 4th move, this king has to be checkmated. Now, it's important to note that white is trying to help you. So all of white's moves will be bad moves, but they're trying to help you achieve this goal. You get to choose the moves for both sides. How do you do it? All right, if you had a chance to pause and think about that, here's the solution. F3, E5, the king starts running out. We're on move 2 now. This is black's 2nd move, so they have 2 moves left to deliver the checkmate. Looks like we're still a ways off, doesn't it? King goes here. If you want to pause from this moment, black only has 2 moves left to get a discovered checkmate. It's H4 check. The king moves to G4. And do you guys see it? The pawn moves forward. It's a discovered checkmate because the pawn unleashes the bishop. The rook is controlling here. The queen is controlling here. The pawn, and this pawn is in the way. That is a checkmate on move 4 with a discovered pawn move. Pretty fascinating stuff. Please leave me a comment if you're enjoying this video. And now it's time for the final problem, which in my opinion is maybe one of the coolest of them all. Let me explain what needs to happen. White's task is to force black to checkmate themselves. White wants to be checkmated by black, and black says, no, I'm not going to checkmate you. I'm going to do everything in my power to not checkmate you. You guys understand? White says, you have to checkmate me. Black says, nope, I'm not going to do it unless you can make me. How does white force black to checkmate them? By the way, the pawns are going forward in this direction. So yes, white could just end the game with the queen, and that's checkmate. But that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to get black to checkmate them. If you want to pause, this is not easy. All right, if you had a chance to look at that and you're ready for the solution, here we go. The first move from white is to get a bishop. You push the pawn forward. You don't get a queen. You don't get a rook. You don't get a knight. You get a bishop. And yes, you're allowed to do this in chess. You are allowed to promote to whatever piece you want. You get a bishop. You'll see why a little bit later. Black could play the move G1, checkmate. But they're not going to do it because they don't want to, right? Black's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to checkmate you. King to H4. What does white play now? Queen. Check. Tax the king. Okay, only move for the king. King to G5. What does white do now? Promote to a rook. We see another under promotion. So we had a bishop. Now we have a rook. Again, it is check. And again, black only has 1 move. If you look carefully, the bishop is controlling this square. The queen is controlling this square. These are taken up. These are controlled. So the king has to go right here. King to F5, only move. What does white play now? Okay, if you had a chance to look at that, if you said queen E5 checkmate, you would be wrong because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to checkmate the king. We're trying to get them to checkmate us, right? So the move is push this pawn and get a knight. Because when you get a knight, you take away these squares. The rook is taking away these squares. The queen is taking away these squares. The bishop is taking away these squares. The pawn, which is going forward, is taking away this square. Why is that important? Because the black king has no moves. And if the black king has no moves, because we had a knight, right? They have to do something else. This pawn cannot move. This pawn cannot move. This pawn cannot move. This bishop cannot move. The only move for black is to push this pawn and get a queen, a rook, a knight, or a bishop, and it doesn't matter. You can get whatever you want. You're checkmating that white king, whether you like it or not. That's the solution. Congratulations if you found that. These are not easy, so I still hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. As always, stay sharp, play smart, and take care.